Hi everyone. All right, welcome to this place. Hope you're doing good. How are you? So, I thought we'd just have fun with it. Okay, right? When we're having fun with something, then we're winning the game, right? It's the first rule of success. Enjoy what you're doing. Let's not be so rigid about it. So, originally this was for Valentine's Day, and a happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much. If you don't have a Valentine, this little message just came through. If you don't have a Valentine and you're single, and some folks are like, I don't want to date anybody. Well, like poo-pooing love, then take yourself out and love yourself, please. You never know who you may find, right? Love comes in various forms, but romance is also awesome. And so there's that. But it's also it's also new moon time, right? So it's kind of right in line. So we're just going to go through the zodiac and see. Again, we're just going to have fun with it and see what happens. 111. So let's start with Aries. I'd like the intention. The initial intention was also only looking at the good. I know we do a lot of shadow work here. I'm a very plutonic person, so sometimes other things come up, but we'll do our best. There's shadow work is also very positive, but you know what I mean. Let's roll with it. Aries, what's up? Okay, hold on. What's up with this? Well, you're not where you were last year, right? Some of it's different. That's cool. Some of you have, if you're dating somebody, some of you have no idea like what to get your person, but someone's already gotten you a Valentine's Day present. Like someone's already thought about you. Like, oh, I see. To Aries, this isn't like a big holiday necessarily. Unless this happens, I see. Unless this happens to be, oh, I see. This may happen to coincide with some kind of other anniversary. I guess we're just sitting in this Valentine's Day energy. Let's roll with that. So, what is he looking at? 10 of Cups. Holy smokes. And there you are. Looking sharp. Looking good. Looking good, Aries. Somebody put in some effort. Maybe someone gets a new haircut or like, oh, I see. You only got to put in a little tiny bit of energy to make something really big, Aries. It's like, saying something at the right time, saying something with whole heart, saying something from your heart and your soul is the best gift. Don't worry about it. If you're the one that's just like, I don't know what to get somebody, or like, I don't know what to do, or money's tight, or whatever, it's just like, then make something, with something that you have, or just write a note like, I heard you bring peace into my life. I'm so grateful for you. Your words matter so much, Aries. Someone's words matter so much. If you're not dating anybody right now, if you've been single, or like on some hardcore like spiritual trip, like you're married to God kind of thing, I think Spirit is also suggesting that Well, it's saying like you deserve love. You deserve love. And then I went back to last year. You deserve love. More love than you think that you do. This is also someone who loves themselves. Like, not in a selfish way, not cocky. It's like they emanate love. They emanate, it's like they don't even have to say anything at all. It's like their presence is what is so beautiful. Their presence emanates love. Someone may be so in love that they may not even know what to say. They'd be like someone gets tongue twisted. Or this could be like one of those things where someone's trying to, again, maybe someone hasn't dated in a long time, or they haven't had this kind of feeling in a long time. And it's like they have all the, I heard the words in their mind, but it's as if they don't, between someone's mouth and their mind is out of time. It's like they're just, it's like no words can express what I heard, what they feel in their chest. Huh. Alright, we're going to leave it like that. It went pretty quiet. Oh, if someone would like to timestamp, I'd really appreciate that. This is going to be probably a little longer. Okay, Taurus. Let's see for Valentine's Day and this new cycle of the moon. What is this time opening up to for you? Hold on, we're just trying to find the good here, right? Well, you can't rush it. I feel like you're tired. Someone's a little tired or someone's a little burnt out around this Valentine's Day new moon energy. If you try to push it, you're just like, I don't care about Valentine's Day. Like, I'm just going to work, or I'm just going to do this. Someone may try to busy themselves on this day. Why does someone feel like a fool? Okay, I almost feel like let's look at this from another perspective. I feel like this is less about Valentine's Day for you. It's more about this new moon energy. What this new moon is doing, I guess for you, is somewhere you've been blocked. Something was blocked, or like a door was shut. And it was as if this moon is giving you freedom. This moon is giving you freedom, but initially, yes, look at that. It's giving you freedom. King of Coins, Queen of Cups. That's a beautiful relationship. So you have earth energy and water energy. Those are very complementary. I feel like this is shutting a door upon something that was blocked in your heart. Something that was just, it could have to do with your mother or a family member, your children. Okay, this is where Taurus does the thing where it's like everybody else. My sister, my brother, my mother, my father, my blah, blah, my clients, my this, my that. All your my's over here. What's important is the person that you, I heard, are the closest to, dear. I guess if you have a partner also, they may be having a weird day around this moon. Maybe they're sensitive around the moon. I feel like going for a walk could be helpful. Maybe like a silent walk. Huh. There could be a little bit of a spiritual test for you too. Yes, strength. There could be a little bit of a spiritual... That's true, Queen of Swords. It's nice when it's confirmed, right? It's just like, but this spiritual test isn't something that you haven't been through before. No, but it's like tweaking your fire energy. Because you need this fire because the earth has been cold. Or like something had been, again, blocked. And I feel like... Okay, we already chose the cards. What does this open up to, Taurus? What is this time? Wherever the door was closed, you were like, I saw someone trying to open the door. And then eventually the key went in. You hear the lock unclick. And I don't know if this is you someone finally locking the door to like pain and suffering. Or these old things that are like interrupting the process of what it is to like date now or love now. I guess an old love could be coming through to you, some of you. Or again, somebody else's, some other thing that's out of your reach. But I heard that's irrelevant, Hierophant. That's irrelevant. What's important is right here, right now. I guess that's what you want to focus on. Because again, whether a person is locking the door to that which is this blockage, finally, because it's been processed enough. We have the 9. It's gone all the way around. It's like, I heard, I've spent enough time. I heard someone just say, I've spent enough time worrying about all these mine. You know, maybe someone was afraid to walk forward because they're like, I'm seeing the mine as little landmines. And it's like they're afraid to walk or they're afraid to step forward because they've been in this, somebody's been in a place where no matter where they walk, they were like, it's going to explode. It's exploding. Fuck, I got to back up. I got to go. It's like anxious energy. So perhaps someone's locking the door to that and they're opening up into, because look, this turned into the King of Pentacles. That's you. I guess somebody could not feel good. Did we say that during this time frame? Like maybe they're burnt out or maybe they have a fever or physically they might just not feel that great. So in that sense, remember that when we go through things physically, we're also healing something very spiritually also. So maybe it's one of those things, right? Because what do? It's like a little kid when they get sick. You know, it isn't always intentional, but like, say a child doesn't get a lot of attention and then they get sick. What happens? Well, then they get a lot of attention. They get extra care and love. So if for some reason you don't feel like you have this in your life, then you're meant to look for more people like this that care as much as you do. And I would presume, because you're Taurus, that you have people like this in your life, even if they're at a distance. Interesting. Let's keep going. Gemini. What is this new moon opening up for you? Alright, yours goes straight into new moon. Oh, someone figures something out. They realize they hold someone realizes that they hold the key to something. Could also be someone in your life that's grieving something. This is interesting. I wasn't anticipating it going this way, but this is what's happened. This is what we see. So there's more peace in a person's mind now. There's something that's a person's realizing how to soothe themselves. But also not be afraid to ask for help. I feel like a person, if you've been going through it, it's like wherever someone feels like they're missing something, they're not missing it, they have it right in their hands. There's nothing that's missing. At least not to get to the next stage of confidence, or of like to get to the next stage. Someone has that piece, because it just looks like something's missing, but it's not. It's not. It's just an interpretation. It's just a perspective. It's just one person's perspective. Something's turning from black to white. So something wakes up on this moon. Something wakes up around this Valentine's Day. There's the moon right there. But I would say it might be emotional for you, Gemini. Or it's emotional for somebody. It's also very mentally healing. I also see a lot of heart chakra energy. Inner child energy. Just a minute. I want to smoke a cigarette so bad. I've made a rule with myself that I'm not going to do that, because I already said that I'm not going to do that. Moon. I think this is one of those things where, Gemini, what is the thing that you keep thinking about that only makes you sad? That the majority of the time it just makes you sad? What is that? What is that worry? What is that sorrow? What is that, whatever that piece of something? We all have it. Whatever that thing is, I feel like you don't need to think about that anymore. Because a person may feel like, well, I can't move forward. I can't move forward. I'm not ready to move forward. I haven't learned enough to move forward. I haven't figured it out enough to move forward. I need another piece to move forward. It's just like, no, dude. Go on. Go on. It's like someone needs encouragement in some kind of way. Someone might need a fucking hug too hard. This chick is always like, oh God, like she wants to be strong, but she's grieving, you know, something. But I feel like she's been grieving a lot. This could have been over the last year. Now, I guess if this wound is fresh, let's just talk about it, because I just thought about someone that was a Gemini that I know through the grapevine that's grieving in this time. I didn't mean to be insensitive to that pain, if that's the way it came out. It's just whoever passed on, or whoever's not here anymore, whoever is the thing that's connected to the thing that's making you sad, or making you... because it's more sad than mad. It's like I guess they want you to know too that you're a lot strong, that you don't, you're, I heard that you're becoming a new you. Like, it's, you don't have to stay there. It reminds me of the Taurus reading where it's just like, get out of the graveyard. You know? Of course I wear makeup today and now I want to cry my eyes out. But we're going to use this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands to zinga. Now apparently there's some kind of fire sign, earth sign that's also very helpful. They're happy. They're in a good mood. Oh, so having a fire might be really good for you, Gemini. Or maybe some of you need to actually bury something. Like in a ceremonial sense. Have a fire in a ceremonial sense. I heard cheers to that. Cheers to how much you have done, like, to this point. Like, where I heard where you're at. Yes. Interesting. You're doing a lot better. Someone's doing a lot better than they think that they are. I guess if this is Valentine's Day energy, somebody ain't feeling that. Maybe someone's not into, like, that kind of holiday or something. They think it's cheesy or they think it's whatever. But it's also, this is also someone who poo-poos love, or like who poo-poos these kind of things. But the reason we have these things is to remind us to be grateful and happy, right? Not to get down on like what we don't have. Like, it's supposed to enliven us to be like, oh, it's been another year, or like, I'm alive, or wow, I'm okay, it's okay. Because someone may just feel like they're unlovable. This is very heart chakra energy. Or somebody may just not be feeling it. But remember, I feel like you're facing backwards. And if this new moon is opening a door for you, I really feel like you want to turn around. Whatever this is that you think that I can't move forward because right, because remember, when we have a new moon, there's no light, right? It's like, someone may think like, I can't quite move forward. Someone may be a little bit stuck on something. I feel like this is grieving energy. Wherever it comes from. It could be a long time ago. It could be when they were a kid. I don't know. The point is that this reading is going to be so long. I don't know if I have the energy for it. We have to move. All right, we have to move forward. Let's do that. Cancer. There we go. Feeling better. Woo! Thank the good Lord. Okay, Three of Cups and the King of Swords. Good. Some of you have an awesome friend that's an air sign. That's rad. Something to do with the fox. You know, I think it's awesome. Well, I guess it's the moon energy. I think it's awesome that Cancer's holding a positive position in this collective energy here. We need that, right? We need that. You are a diffused light in esoteric astrology, right? It's like you flicker, and where Cancer finds the light is in the feeling in their soul. Some of you are missing your friends. If that's the point, I guess if that's the case in point, then call them. There's the moon. Call them. Maybe some of you have reached out and somebody's not writing back, or someone's not, you know, whatever it may be. High Priestess. Oh, there's some kind of silence. Oh, some of you are changing your friend circles, or you've changed your friend circles. There were 3 friends. Or there are 3 friends. I heard actual, factual friends. You'll know who your friends are because they connect to the fox. They also tell the truth. Tell the truth. I heard, let me get a witness. Tell the truth, let me get a witness. So they're spiritual too. Interesting. I don't know where that came from, but that felt good. We needed that. Don't they do that in what is it where they do that wasn't forced laughter, that was natural, but there is forced laughter, right? Isn't that a meditation where a person just, that's really important. Who makes you laugh? Cancer, who has a good giggle in their life? Who's got a good, like, where you know it's not an evil cackle? Okay, there's a difference. I heard someone that doesn't laugh with malice. What's that about? Oh, you'll know who your friends are because they don't laugh at other people's downfalls. They don't make fun of other people. They don't knock other people. They kind of always try to say the right thing or the nice thing. And actually, if they don't have anything nice to say, they generally don't say it unless they're really upset by it. But that's only because something's built up over time and they're just like, I'm sick of it. I'm not dealing with this. I heard this person's dishonest or whatever. Right? 8 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to waste my time trying to force this to be something that it's not. 10 of Coins. So this could even be family oriented. So, Cancer. I don't know. Let's keep going. So Valentine's Day, I feel like if you don't have a Valentine, you're like everybody else is having a good time. Oh, someone's annoyed that the majority of people. Okay, this was at some point in time where the majority of people, the way they celebrate is by making a mess. But now we're in a different position here. Okay, I feel like on Valentine's Day or around this, okay, there's friends here, and there could be people that are like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to chill? And someone's just like, no, I'd rather be alone. I just want to be alone. Oh, Cancer, some of you are single and you're poo-pooing love. Or some of you are just like, I'm not into it. I don't want it. I want to be alone. I mean, I guess on the new moon, that could be wise. It's your energy. But I heard even if you're not seeing anybody, maybe you reach out and you're like, man, say it is people that are dating, or say it is just even a friend, to be like, happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much. I mean, you could somebody's sending psychic messages too. Like maybe a friend has been thinking about you, or somebody's been thinking about you and they're trying to tell you something. They're just like, be happy, dude. Get out of your bubble. I don't know why it's coming out like this, but 9 of Cups. Yeah. If you ever have to question yourself whether you're like, I guess we're just talking about friendship's a big deal, Cancer. It's like, if you have to question yourself when you're around somebody all the time, or you have to question them where you're like, are they telling the truth? Are they my friend? Are they talking shit behind my back? If they're talking shit about somebody else, remember, don't think that somebody won't do the same to you that they do to somebody else. Do unto others the way you want to be done unto. Right? Some people are conscious of that, and that's how they live their life, and they have good moral ground. Right? King of Swords and the High Priestess. Other people don't realize this and are unconsciously telling us, like say you come across somebody that just talks shit about their best friend. Don't think that they wouldn't do that to you. And maybe this has happened a lot, or like there's like some kind of breach of trust that's been happening. So a person's just like, I don't even know where I'm at right now with something. You also have like this psychic friend. Holy shit. You could also be the psychic in the group too. Like you have somebody here has a really powerful psychic nature. And it's almost like you can tell a person here, Moon, yeah, can like tell a person's motives, but it's not like they can tell that person, like point it out what it is, because they're not going to understand it. Because again, something might be happening through an unconscious means. We just spoke so fast right there. So anyway, what this door is opening up for you, Cancer, on this new moon, is to maybe not be so serious. I would also say some of you may be feeling a lot better, especially about like trusting yourself, about your path. Look at this. Maybe friendship becomes something more. This could also be finally cutting ties with shitty friends, or like finally cutting ties with, at least mentally, spiritually, from an old relationship, so that you can move forward with more faith and clarity. There's always that alone stage before we find what we're looking for, right? We get to that point where we're just like, fuck it. King of Swords and the High Priestess, fuck it. It's like, not exactly like we give up in a bad way, but some way or another, we let go of expectation, and we're just like, well, fuck it. Then what happens? God's like, cool, you let go of expectation. Here's a new friend. Here's an awesome here's a great partner. You know? Here's a beautiful opportunity. Trust is really important, though. If you can't trust your friends, they are not for thee. Okay? End of story. Leo! 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 Fuck. Hold on. Alright, let's talk about two things. Valentine's Day. Some of you are okay, so there's a lot of I'd like to not split hairs here. Let's go in these categories. We'll make it easier, because I see too many stories are coming in at once. It's like too many waves or worlds are colliding here. Number one. If you are single, I feel like you're supposed to stay single because someone's not ready for it. They're really not ready. They're not ready to actually, like, engage in a real, healthy relationship. They're still attracted to the darkness, or they're still attracted to addicts, or they're still attracted to people that treat them badly. So if you're single, stay there. Sorry, not to sound brash, but if you are just hanging out with somebody, say you haven't had sex yet, I know we're getting technical, but if you're just hanging out with somebody, spending all your time with somebody, spending all your money on somebody, like, basically, and be like, you haven't had sex yet, you haven't gotten intimate at all, and you're like, why don't they like me? Why I've been giving them everything. Some of you, this could have been going on for years. It's like one of those draining kind of like, but that goes back into the single. You should be single and cut your ties from them, because if someone isn't reciprocating what you're giving, then a person's allowing that to happen, which again just kind of fulfills the self-sabotage of putting themselves in a situation that doesn't actually fulfill them. And that's why they date those kinds of people, because they don't feel worthy of love. That happened really fast. Mercury must be doing something. Now, if you are dating somebody, I feel like there's actually a lot of passion around that, but during this during this new moon, during this Valentine's Day, I actually feel like a person's not feeling very sexy, or they're not really feeling it. Maybe they don't feel good in their body physically, or like literally, like, oh, I feel sick, or it's like, I don't feel sexy, or I don't feel attractive. Someone may be wondering. That could be because a person hasn't been receiving a certain amount of physical touch, and they're just like, well, why aren't they touching me? Like, oh, someone has that someone somewhere has that mentality where they're like, oh, well, they're not touching me, so they don't like me. Or I must have done something wrong. I'm not XYZ. That, I heard that's a person's own insecurity. Moon. Man, we cut into that a lot. Hold on. I heard your ex should not remind you of your how do I explain this? Interesting, Leo, I didn't... Hold on. Alright, can we look at this a little different? I'd like to look at this a little differently. I need one more. I feel like, there we go. Knave of Wands, Queen of Coins. Okay. What are you attracted to, Leo? What are you attracted to? Somebody could be vain here. This isn't everybody, but I'm just letting you know. Somebody in the situation is vain. Where they'll be like, well, I'm attracted to them. I'm attracted to them. They're physically attractive. But they're, say, really unhappy. Or it's like someone's attracted to... Oh, someone's attracted to older women. Moon. Oh, someone also... I don't know who this is. I don't think this is you here, but let's just roll with it. Someone here is also like... Okay, remember... Leo, let's just make it really, really, I heard really fucking simple. You ready? If someone treats you badly, they're not for you. If someone, if you don't laugh around that person, if the energy around whoever, whatever, doesn't even have to be romantic. If the energy around someone is always like, fuck, you're always worried about them. You're always wondering when they're going to fuck up. You're wondering when they're going to snap or pop off at you. You're wondering, like, you're always on guard, or like they make you feel like shit about your body, or they get down on you verbally, or whatever the situation. They are not for you. If there is no laughter in it, if there is no happy in it, does it always do this? No. But I'm talking about baseline energy. I guess someone could also have a one-night stand on this if you're single. But I feel like that's not the point. Hold on. Someone's attracted to fast, or like fast and furious. No, someone's could also very much be attracted to a fire sign. All right. Can we get out of... I'd like to talk to the folks that already are like in a relationship that's healthy. Let's go there. Let's jump over there. That sounds good to me. Well, in that case, Leo, someone's paying attention to you and you don't even know it. Someone's just like, oh my God, this person is amazing. Why are they dating that shitbag? Okay, we're still stuck in it. Well, I guess the ones that are in a happy relationship, you would know because you already worked through all this. And once you work through this, then you actually get a relationship that is long-term and loving and passionate. And the sex is good. And it's funny. And they make you feel vibrant. And, you know, because they feel vibrant. Because everyone in the equation loves themselves. When that happens, then it's like sun card. Then it's like a person gets the romance that they've always wanted. Or the passion. Like, it's like the fire star. It's like you get what your heart always wanted. What your soul really wants for love. But I guess some of you, and I guess that's we have to talk about who's here. Whoever needs this message the most, somebody's in a mediocre relationship. Or that's all they've ever accepted is mediocrity. Drunks. Abusers, whatever. We can only do that once or twice. Once we do 3 strikes, it's just like, then it's our fault. We're allowing it to happen. Virgo. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank you, God. It's funny when we go in these different portals, these different rooms. What a different energy. So peaceful. It's so peaceful I want to cry. You're not worried about something anymore, Virgo? Good. Someone finally just made a decision. It's like someone calibrated their feelings. 6 of Cups, yes. There's an equality to it. There's a balance to it. Someone's feelings is like... I heard, oh, this reminds me of Gemini. It's just like, I'm not going to... It's not exactly like I don't care anymore. It's that I'm not going to worry about that anymore. It's like a person's acknowledging that they've made the right decision. That they've made the right decision. Because something that has to be constantly questioned, it reminds me of Cancer and Leo's energy too. It's like something that has to constantly be questioned. It's just not for you. It's kind of that simple. Jupiter works like that. The North Node works like that. when we have questions about things, when we have a bunch of questions, when we're nervous, when we're worried, when we're this and that, there is not a direct line of light to the manifestation of whatever is wanting to be achieved. We have to be solid about it, even if that's just purely on faith. Because it's not like here a person knows all the answers to something or even really knows what all the next steps are, but they're conscientious in their decision making. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to go here. I've decided that I'm going to do this. Then, once it comes to time, they do that. Once they're there, I heard they don't worry about it. And then it reminds me of that story in the Bible. I don't know which one it is, but where the somebody receives like a message. It's like a download or whatever. I don't like that word. A load, because that's a load from down. It's weird. Why wouldn't it be an upload? But then well, maybe it's more of an upload. The way I'm seeing this is where it's like, okay, I have this load. Say you do have a load of heavy, right? Worry or whatever. This is very natural to Virgo. I have a lot of it in Vedic. I get it. It's naturally a part of us to be mercurial and be concerned and want to do the right thing and finally come to the stage of acknowledging our own shadow and what we can do about that and how to be human and with a soul and a body. So anyway, the upload is kind of like when you have that worry stuff, whatever it is, it's just like you can give that to God, Does it seem like a nice present? We don't want other humans to unload on us all their stuff all the time if it isn't supported the other way back, right? But this is more within a person individually, because what happens when the mind is finally at peace? It's a tricky place for the human to be peaceful. To be cool with where we are. All right, we'll leave it like that in relation to that. Let's move along to the Valentine's Day energy. I feel like if you have a partner, they were worried about something, and I feel like someone expressed themselves or is going to express themselves about what they've been thinking about. It's like someone balances something with themselves, expresses themselves. Once they do, I feel like a partner is, or another, the partner or the other in the situation is just like, okay, I get it. And they actually do something, make some sort of executive decision in and of themselves, which helps the other person be like, look, well, how about this? And they're like, oh my God, that helps so much. Thank you. So remember, in ways of love, you also need to, Knight of Swords, be able to express yourself and not always be the person that is solving the problem, right? And no matter the situation. 10 of Coins, 2 of Cups. This could be romantic, it could be family, it could be business, money, whatever. It's just like, whatever the topic, it needs to be able to be discussed after it's thought about. This is really mature conversations. 8 of Wands, yeah, it's super. 4 of Coins, yeah, it's super mature conversations. And what's cool about it is, if there is any qualms, lovers, if there is any qualms or whatever, moon within a person, questions within a person, once they communicate something, and someone's just like, yeah, of course, baby, I love you. 6 of Wands and the Lover's card. Or maybe some of you have also been, this could be a little bit of, not exactly poo-poo love, not all of you, but where it might be like, I ain't even got time for that. I'm working on my own stuff. And it's like, that's cool. You can do that. Say you're single or whatever. You can do all that. But I don't see the need if you're denying yourself any kind of like connection with other human beings. Because I heard someone again say, I ain't got time for that. Well, that means that they, Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands, that means that there's some kind of weird, there's a blockage there, right? It's like a fear of being hurt again, or dismissed again, or disappointed again, or whatever again. I heard that's no longer relevant. Justice. No, I really feel like you've come to some kind of equilibrium with this. And you're ready for something, especially in this, as we move through this February time. There's also 2 decisions between now and April also, Virgo. Because you know what? If you can't solve it in and of your brain, in your own brain, and you do the thing where, again, you give it to God, you express your worry with that in that private space, because it's really important to you, then, because remember, Leo and Virgo used to touch. They used to be one constellation. So you're going to be private with your pain also, but your pain is more mental, right? So you work it out by yourself. You work it out with God. If and when that ever happens, I guess this is kind of, I see a life lesson. But then also remember that, like, you do have other people that are on your team. And if you don't feel like you do, or you're just like, no, I don't. And that might be true for some of you. If that's the case, then you need some new friends. And perhaps a person that's a shifter mentality of like what a relationship is. Because I guess we're shifting, there's some shift in the relationship with the self. And how one feels about love overall. Man, you get the 6 of Wands and the Justice card. If someone asks you out on a date, Virgo, and you're single, you better go out. Don't pull that thing where you're like, I don't feel like it. Moon, I don't feel like it. I'm not ready. It's like, yes, you are. King of Swords, yes, you are. You're ready for something. You're so ready for something. There's a lot of Libra energy here. Air energy. This could be especially about marriage too, because the way I'm seeing this is like one side of a person or one person is like really decided and settled about something, and it's like they were waiting for the other side to be in the same position, and now they are. Now it's all in the same, some people are on the same page, okay? They're reading the same page, they're on the same, look, same page. It's fair. All right, I gotta take a break. 53:53. Love you so much, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Hi, Libra. You like my fancy water cocktail? Basil and lemon on the rocks. All right, Libra. So new moon, Valentine's Day. Let's see what's up for you. Oh wow, you got double 3 of Pentacles. Okay, hold on a second. So, let me tune in a second because I just went and did all these other things, and then we're stepping back into where we were. Up, down, turn around. Okay. Sorry, Libra. Thank you for being patient. Having patience. Alright, so the intention was about the new moon I think that's more you. Let's talk about that one first. Oh, someone's realizing that they can change the perspective. What's this one? Cowbunga. Like once something gets lined up, this has something to do with the last 3 to 6 years too. So something was building kind of like up to a point. And now a person has like a perspective, they can see it in front of them. Because of that, now it's like, okay, I have all these pieces, what can I do with this? And it's as if someone has been waiting to put these puzzle pieces like in a place. This could also have to do with the 3-year goal from now. Has something to do with this moon too. There's also there's 2 main people involved in this. You hold a very significant position. I guess in ways of romance, we're going to take this as Valentine's Day. 3 of Pentacles is working together beautifully. This is where other people are really happy about your relationship. You know, they're like, wow, I want to work with them. Wow, I want to be around them. I want to spend time with them. I want to create with them. It's really nice energy. This is also people trusting others, right? In their ability, again, in their creativity. I guess you're also over halfway. You're over halfway done with something, like completing something. I know there's a 2-step. I keep seeing someone dancing. I know there's a 2-step, but is there a 3-step? Interesting energy. It's really good. It's just sort of hard to explain. Like, it's almost like I don't want to take time to try to pick this apart. You know, it's kind of perfect just the way it is. So I guess if this new moon is trying, if you're feeling like, what's the next step in our relationship? What's the next step in my business? What's the next step in this, whatever this is, we're just clapping hands. I feel like it's good right now. You don't pick it apart. Right? Love is a rose, but you better not pick it. It only grows when it's on the vine. Handful of thorns and you know you missed it. Right? You lose the word. Taurus gotta learn this one. You lose the word love when you say the word mine. So in ways of creating with other people, remember that the my particularly has to do with yourself. Like you can be like, my effort, my faith, my determination, my those kinds of things can be your my. Because you don't have to, I guess, define yourself. This is expressing something about someone not defining themselves via their relationship or via their job or whatever they're creating. It's like they like themselves already. So it's just sort of fun, right? What did we say way in the beginning if you skipped ahead? A dream told me this, and then I watched Highway to Heaven the other day, and they said it again. So it's just confirming after years later where the first, there are 6 steps to success. And the number 1 step number 1 is enjoy what you're doing. right? Enjoy what you're doing. So this is actually a very good moon for you. It's a very good Valentine's Day for you. Some of you are going to work. You'll be working on Valentine's Day. But I'd say you should be wrapping up work around 3 o'clock because, oh, someone's also planning something for you. If you're involved with somebody, it's like someone's trying to get their opinion from their friends or something, like what they should do. Or, you know, I heard these fellas be like, what do you getting the lady? Or like, what are you doing for, what are you doing? You know, it's not trying to copy anybody. It's just someone's curious what other people are doing, and it's in a really loving way. Pardon me, I'm very parched. It's actually so beautiful. Oh, speaking of that, it's warm enough. Yeah, I want to. Hold on. I just want a little fresh air. You know, when the air temperature and what do they call that? It's like the perfect room. You know, it's like the difference between your skin and the air is the same. And I feel like, again, whatever you're working on, there's some kind of beautiful mirror and balance here, Libra. So don't pick it apart. Don't. This reminds me of Virgo's reading on Patreon for the 11th through the 17th week. Maybe something to reference, but okay, we're gonna leave it like that. All right, Scorpio. Let's see, this new moon, Valentine's Day. Oh, wow. Okay. Some of you are newly single. If you are, you're feeling really good about that. If some of you, whoever has been single for a while, and you've just been kind of like holding your space and being really healthy and getting to know you and loving you and all this good stuff, I feel like I see it's very much time for you to be in a relationship. I see remember what Leo said? Those of you who are involved, this could be like a long-term relationship where you're not actually technically married, or, you know, you could be together 10 years, but you just never tied the knot. Like, maybe someone actually might be like, hey, do you want to, like, we've been together forever. Do you want to just get married? Like, will you marry me? That might happen. If you're already involved, whatever, the being already involved as well, it could be one of those things where a person's really loving their independence within a relationship. It's also letting their guard down enough to let other people help them. This is sort of Virgo, Libra energy too. So this is, again, being single, being in a relationship, being an individual, and in the relationship, not losing yourself in whatever your connections are, even if they're highly karmic. You know, remember, there is good karma too, right? I'd say this new moon could also be opening up something where, like, work is feeling a lot better. Because remember, relationships, although Valentine's Day is about romance, right? But you have this both of these are very practical energy. So in ways of romance, if you're not involved, I would be practical in looking at what's important to you. This new moon cycle may also be opening up something or putting some things in order, right? This is about balance. This is about organization. I just saw the word logical. What do I see here? Well, I guess this is showing me a person that's feeling more stable, more solid in feeling more solid via, right? Via in Latin is, or Italian is road, right? It's feeling more faithful about the road. This could be very much like accepting some kind of karma too, like finally getting to the stage of being like, all right, this is happening. This has happened for a reason. I am so grateful to be here. This has helped me so much in figuring out who it is that I am. This has helped me so much in balancing. And I would say if you're not dating anybody, I heard maybe wait till May for some of you. Although this could be one of those things where somebody asks you out, Scorpio, and you'll be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to date anybody. Which, because I heard someone say, oh, I'm happy where I am. 10 of coins. Yeah, I'm happy where I am. And I heard I'm looking for that perfect man or like that perfect woman. And actually, this Justice card kind of expresses a perfection of sorts. So I guess someone's standards are also very high. But you know what? That's a good thing. Because for a person to request this kind of standard, they'd really have to hold that themselves as accountable as what they're wanting. Right? Show that, be that, all of that. Some of you could also get a promotion at work, or over the next 2 months, there could be something in relation to that. Like, someone's been working, what I see here is somebody that's been working really hard, again, on figuring out who the heck they are, and loving that. You know, because to know, right, Libra's your neighbor lesson. It's like, people always relate Libra to others, right? Relationships with others. But Libra is also the hub of the wheel of the whole zodiac. So it's this center point, right? And we have to know all these other parts. And it seems to be that in relation to that, 9... Oh. 10. Some of you it's 9, some of it's 10, some of it's 11. It's almost like, wait a second. Oh, somebody has an epiphany about something. Or there's some kind of awareness, really, really great awareness that comes through this space. It's like a person figures out like, oh, that's why. And I heard, oh, I'm so happy to be on this ride. If you are single and you are wanting a partner, however you're trying to expand your connections with other people, like you're ready to do that. Whatever that means. You can expand into something. You're very much ready. And I actually split from this to the 10 of Pentacles. So you're going in order, Scorpio. It's very good. I would look at your 9th and 11th houses. 2, 9, 11. Those houses are highlighted. I love that this is accepting of karma. Right? Sometimes we fight it. Right? And I feel like a person went back and forth for quite a while, right? These scales, it was like do. And even though the 9 is an odd number, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. And again, whoever's in whatever you're in a relationship, romantic kind of Valentine's Day energy, someone's so happy to be in the relationship they're in. It's like perfect for them. It's like someone's found their match. And actually, for some of you, this could be like May, June for some of you, or September, October. Those 2 months, those grouping of months are important. Because no one can break someone's spirit here. I love it. I love it. All right. Moving along. Let's see Sagittarius. Sagittarius for Valentine's Day for the new moon. Oh, some of you, your Valentine is in heaven. Or some of you, somebody was waiting for like a... Well, I saw this as a knight in shining armor. Okay, let's touch on a few things. If you're dating somebody, if you're just dating somebody, I heard, and they can't get their shit together, they're just so slow. It's just like they don't want to learn. They don't want to change. They don't want to wake up. It's like maybe this Valentine's Day there's some kind of wake-up call. Maybe they finally get it together. Maybe they finally figure it out, but I still feel like they're slow. What's the best Valentine's Day you ever had? What's the best relationship you ever had? You could go through your relationships. We've at least dated a couple people, right? What are the good parts of the relationships that you have had? If you don't have a Valentine's Day right now, a Valentine right now. And I guess if for some reason your Valentine is in heaven, right? Or not with you anymore. What do I see here? This Valentine's Day is trying to awaken something in you, Sag. I guess it wants you to like... Don't backtrack. Go forward. Forward. But someone keeps looking to the past. Someone's kind of stuck in the past a little bit. Let's see, we just split to the moon and the hangman. Yeah, they're stuck in the past. Someone's so stuck in the past. This could be stuck in who they were. Or who someone was. Or what something was. I don't feel like that's a good place to sit too long. That's too low. And then I saw Toto. I don't know if that's the band or Dorothy's dog. Toto. Okay, if you are dating somebody, and Knight of Pentacles, if you're dating somebody, whoever they aren't changing. Only them and God can figure that one out. So, right, you can't make anybody love us. We can't make anybody love us. So whoever they are, if you're dating somebody, if you're with somebody, they are who they are. If for some reason some of you are going through a rough patch, Or like, because Knight of Pentacles is a little like, it's tight. It's not, it's not these reaching arms, you know, it's not this, it's stubborn. So this could be somebody who's just like, I'm gonna fuck about Valentine's Day. What's it mean to just buy a bunch of fucking shit? Like somebody who like poo-poos it for everybody else, but not because they don't even like it. It's because they're too lazy to like step up and do something for you. If you're with somebody like that, I heard, well, what, I didn't hear anything. I just got frustrated. Moon. 5 of coins. Yeah. Well, you deserve better than that. Maybe that's something that has to be expressed on this Valentine's Day for some of you. Yeah, strength. Maybe. I would say even if you're dating somebody, okay, let's just get into it. If you're dating somebody or you're with somebody and they're one of those poo-pooers or they're one of those ones that doesn't care about that kind of thing and they just like pish posh all this stuff, even if it's not super important to you either, it's the thought that matters, right? It's the effort that matters. So if for some reason they're super stuck, take yourself out. Buy yourself some flowers, run yourself a hot bath, give yourself the good times. If for some reason you ain't getting it for somebody else, whether you're with somebody or not. And if you are with somebody and that's something that you like or you would like some effort and they ain't even putting it in, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe they're just juvenile with this Knight because all of us here are adults, which means we're kings and queens. Knights are teenager-like, you know, it's juvenile. And I heard someone say, you'll miss me when I'm gone. What's that? The 13th floor elevators? So I guess someone could give someone an ultimatum on this. So again, if you're just casually dating, if you're just like pish-poshing with somebody, I feel like this Valentine's Day would either be like, it's either on or it's off. And that's the end of it. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Those of you who are in a relationship and you feel like, oh my God, this is so my person. Like you're just like, oh, I'm so grateful for this person. Like they are so steady. They are so reliable. I can trust them. They're not like impulsive or whatever. Then I feel like you'll probably just have a nice time at home. Like it'll just be something, and actually somebody could potentially, this is another story here where someone could actually, what are they looking at? So energy is a little confusing, Sag. It's like I'm wondering why this Knight of Pentacles isn't in this equation. You know what I mean? Like he's going that way, but the horse isn't looking that way. He's not looking that way. It's like, I heard, am I even included? I guess again, someone's kind of in the past, or they're looking at what was instead of what is. And I feel like a person needs to start looking at what is right now. That's very, very key. Because if they don't, then I feel like someone's going to be like, see ya. Like someone's going to find what they're looking for elsewhere. So I guess if you're unhappy, okay, we're just going here. If you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, I guess someone could cheat on this day too. Or around this time, if it's one of those things. It's just sort of like, because what needs to be remembered is that something has lasting repercussion. I feel like we've said enough about this, but I'm trying to find, like, well, I guess we're talking to those who's having a tougher time. Let's see. There's the Knight of Pentacles again. Two of Pentacles. So this is like Gemini, Taurus energy. Well, went silent. I guess that's that. I mean, I guess if you're looking at this from your Venus, if you're looking at this from a situation, from a lens, and you're in a good space, then don't overthink and like try to make this fit or something like that. Okay, moving along. Sorry, gotta get out of that. It's too heavy, whatever that was. Capricorn. Oh, nice. You actually received the moon. Cool. So some of you have Capricorn moon. So Capricorn, during this moon, it's like you finally balance out something emotionally. Something that had been a little tricky for you. Like there was uncertainty, you know, like, this could have also had to do with there's something to do with last summer. June until September. June until September. Now we're here. Let's be here now. During this moon, I feel like a person is so clear. It's like the fog is lifted about something. Ace of Cups. Yes. The fog, 8 of Wands. The fog is lifted about something. The feeling feels so good. All the yucky, there was yucky feelings. Like, I don't feel like they were crazy dense or anything like that, but it was something that was just, it's like I heard a person has cried enough. Like, felt enough, acknowledged something enough that now they can be like, all right. When they tap into it, now it's like the majority of the time, you know, like 90-10 is positive. I mean, sometimes maybe it's 70-30 for some folks, but I see you here 90-10. This has something to do with the triple goddess. There's like wolf or like canine energy on here too. I don't feel like there's a need to make a decision on this moon. I guess something to know in ways of dating. If we're going to look at this through the Valentine's Day lens is if you have too many questions or like you can't trust somebody, you're mirroring up into Cancer, right? If you can't trust somebody, if you don't know whether, if there's a constant like question, like what do they mean, or do they understand me, or are they telling me the truth? If it's a little more constant like this, that ain't the person for you. Some of you have tried to date. Those of you who are single, it's like you tried dating recently, or like more recently, since you got over your last relationship, which actually that could be something that's happening for some of you if you're in the singlehood, is like you're finally over your past relationship, at least emotionally. Well, that's probably the biggest part of it, right? It's like you can finally be like, cheers, I'm grateful for that lesson. You know, like someone's like, you know, what was your ex like? And you can be like, well, you know, I learned this from them. And when you speak of them, you find the positive. It's not like longing for the past, you know. So some of you, anyway, let's go back into it. It's like, if you've been trying to date, oh, some of you, your friends have been trying to hook you up. Wheel of Fortune. But they weren't working out too hot. That's the point. If you were just trying to date, it's like you tried to date somebody, it didn't really work. You tried to date somebody, it didn't really work. You tried to date somebody, it didn't really work. It's like maybe it kind of worked, but it didn't really work. It didn't give you the feeling, I guess the feeling of security, kind of, or the feeling of trust that wasn't really fully there. It's like someone had to accept lies at some point to like continue to make it happen. But now a person's in a different place. And they're just like, well, I heard I'm not accepting any less than. Ace of Cups. A boom, shakalaka. Interesting. Let's see. If you are dating somebody right now, and again, that feeling is there where you're not confused, don't question it. It's like Libra said, don't pick it apart. It's fine. As long as you don't have any questions. And I see Scorpio's reading will help you to figure out about marriage, about commitment. Somebody also has Moon in the 6th house, so, if you aren't dating somebody, but you're going to date, you want to date somebody, you'll know because they like small animals, like sweet animals, you know, like a little kitty cat, or like really sweet, probably not a large dog, probably not an aggressive breed dog, it would be like smaller dog. Or like, at very least, I guess these dogs are kind of bigger, but they're like a little longer haired. They're also gentle, this energy. They love animals, that's the point. They love animals. But they also give them freedom. They love, but they give freedom. It's not that kind of like control, you know, control. No. Because they're loyal. They're loyal. Just like a dog. A dog is very loyal. Right? Good dog is very loyal. It respects its owner. Doesn't make a mess. It isn't aggressive. You don't have to constantly watch it and see if it's going to fuck up or kill somebody or whatever. Dramatico. No. No. As for Valentine's Day, I don't know. It'd probably be something at home. Maybe someone has a fire too. That might be kind of nice. Actually, I feel like a lot of you here are single. If that's the case, particularly, I actually see getting together with friends would be really awesome. Could even be like after work or something. Like maybe you go have a drink with your friends, with your coworkers after work. I do kind of see like a group of gals. For some of you, I see like a group of gals going together and like kind of reminiscing. It's like a bunch of single gals like reminiscing or talking about the good old days. Remember, you're really powerful, Capricorn. Most of you are women here. When a gaggle of geese go out, a gaggle of gals go out, you're never going to get a man like that because nobody would approach that. It's too... You at least have to separate from the group and stand as an individual to be able to be approached. Plus, it would probably be a friend of a friend too, or again, is somebody that you've known through work, or you know from the past. That's also something. There's also less confusion around work and money too, if that's also been kind of a thing. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to... It's like someone's accepting more of just where they are. And it's now... And then there's something about the full moon coming. Alright, Aquarius. Valentine's Day, happy birthday. Valentine's Day, new moon. What do you got? Ooh, shit. Nice. Some of you are such a hot ticket. Holy shit. You got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Some of you are so ready. You're so dressed up. Somebody wants to go. They're like, ooh, like, this is going to be so much fun. Someone's really turned on this new moon. Valentine's Day too. Like, they want to dress up. I heard they want to dress up and then they want to take it all off. It's like they want to... There's some kind of inspiration also that comes through this. I mean, shit, even if you were single, it would be like, like we were talking about before, it's just like, take yourself out. Like, even if you just stayed in the house and like hung out in your art studio, it's like you dress to the nines and like I heard you got a glass of wine and you just have a good time. Cute. Somebody has got their eyes on somebody else. But remember, if you're the female, we go over this. If you're single and you're the female and you're the like prowess or whatever, don't think that will be a long-term relationship, because it doesn't ever work like that if the female acts like a man. It doesn't. It's like if you're the chaser, especially as the female, nothing in nature does that. Nothing in nature does it. So if you're trying to chase something that keeps running away from you, please stop. It doesn't matter how sexy you are. It doesn't matter how they get there. I mean, unless this is a game that both of you like to play, that's different. But if this is just... Well, I heard, oh, I wish they would pay attention to me. Hold on. Oh, if you're dating somebody and it's like someone gets, you know, when, okay, most of us are females here. You know, when someone does their hair, it's like they get their hair done, or they like wear a little makeup, or they like put a little extra in, And it's almost like, nothing wrong with that. It's cool because it makes a person feel good. If they do it for themselves, it's not a big deal. But I feel like someone is also, again, the example is like when someone gets their hair did, when someone puts in a little extra, and then they're kind of like, you know, say their person comes home and they're not, it's like, I heard, don't think that you're getting dismissed. This is if you were involved. Maybe some of you need to put in a little extra. It's okay. Right? Nobody likes some old yoga pants. So, if someone's just like, what are you all dressed up for? And be like, because we're going out. It's just like, what? I didn't get the memo. And it's like, no, honey, we're going out. And then they're like, oh, shit, right. Oh, so someone might forget that it's Valentine's Day. Oh, someone might forget. Someone's just like, oh, they're going to remember. They're going to remember. We're going to, like, it. And then someone might forget, but it's because they have, like, I don't know if they have a lot on their mind, or they're just like, someone's waiting here. They're waiting. They're like, okay, but it's almost like, okay, let's back up. If you're just dating someone, or you were just having sex with someone, it's not serious. It's not legitimate, whatever. Well, I heard, I don't think that's the person for you. Because achieving that sexual conquest with the random that's not actually a partner isn't actually suiting the desire completely, because it's almost like, all right, I'm hungry. You eat, and then after a little while, it's like you get hungry again. So someone is a little bit insatiable. So it might be one of those things where it's just like, maybe you need to someone needs to remind someone of something. Maybe they need to remind them, well, you have a really beautiful partner. Or like they need to remind themselves that they're a really beautiful person, or they need to remind themselves that they're a really attractive person, or they need to remind themselves that they're passionate, or that whatever. Maybe somebody, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, you know, you could be together a couple years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever. If you've been in a long-term relationship, it's like, I think that this Valentine's Day might actually put a spark into something that might have been a little bit dry. You know, say you have kids or something like that. It's just like, no, you need to, I heard we can get a babysitter. It's fine. But if this is your partner, dude, you definitely, somebody needs to be like, oh, I'm so looking forward to tonight. And if they were like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, be like, yeah, I'm going to have to work late tonight. Like the boss, say their boss, this is an interesting reading, but like say someone's boss is like, no, we're working till 6 tonight, like 6 or 7, whatever. Don't get pissy at them when they come home. It's not their fault. For some of you, chill. And don't expect someone to read your mind either. Oh, I guess we'll mention it. We probably should. If you're trying to have someone, whoever here is like trying to have like one night stand, no judgment. Whatever. We're not going to get into it in a public space. The point of the story is if you're trying to have a one night stand, some of you will get an STD if you do that. So I wouldn't. Because someone just wants to feel like a queen or feel like a king. You know what I mean? It's like, because this is a queen here. She even has a crown on her head. She's super powerful and so, I heard, vivacious. Interesting. If you are a man, let's just keep going with it. If you're a man watching this, your woman needs some attention. Your woman needs some attention. Like physical attention. Not just like, you know, in some practical way. I mean, that could be helpful, perhaps, doing something, acts of service, but I feel like this is more like physical touch, quality time. These kinds of things are necessary. All right, let's leave that like that. Last but not least, Pisces. Happy early birthday. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, we're going to look at Valentine's Day and the new moon energy. Let's see, Pisces, what's up? Wow. This Emperor, you have the Emperor here. He's so powerful. He's so powerful. For some of you, this is your... Okay. Let's just talk about it. So, this Valentine's Day... Hold on. Okay. Last Valentine's Day. What happened last Valentine's Day? What were you doing last Valentine's? I heard someone say, I don't want to live in the past. I don't want to live in the past. Shadow, shadow on the wall. Why are you so full? That's the past. Right? Now we're here. Excitable adventures abound, astound. Found the way, golden ticket. Because you have the Eight of Cups here too. So for some of you, this is something about this. I would say probably if you're single, if you're divorced, things like that. There's a person of the past that was very powerful to you emotionally. They could have had anger, or at very least, it was intense. Let's put it that way. I want to smoke a cigarette. Can we do that? Do you want to go? Let's go get some sunshine. Let's go get some sunshine. I'll be right back. Hi, Pisces. All right, need some fresh air. So some of you used to date a Pisces, or again, a male in your life. Emperor to me is also Pisces energy. So this is also kind of like who you were again last year. Regardless of who you dated, regardless of when that was, regardless of the sign. It doesn't really matter. What's important here is that I heard you were emotionally clear about who you are now. That's significant. There's two hearts on this card, right here and right here. When I looked at this, it was like Two of Cups. This is love. You actually have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Let's actually put these away and choose two new cards for you. Oh, I guess it's going to have to be from the same deck. Okay, that's fine. Just a minute. Pisces. Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is a little touchy. Alright? Some of you. A little touchy. Now, I suppose if you've gotten over... Some of you are also now in love with the Pisces. Or in love... Yeah, you could be in love with yourself. Great. You could also be in love with another Pisces. You could be in love with an Aries. Or someone who has really strong... Oh, this could be someone with... Oh, I guess this could be Mars in Pisces. That can be a very gentle spirit. Someone who's not angry. That's very important. Someone maybe... Hold on. Pisces for Valentine's Day. There we go. Fuck. Okay, so I guess if you're in a good relationship, then this message isn't for you. It might have been what you've already been through. If you want to listen, you can. But I feel like this is for the people who are not happy right now. So let's just talk about that. You know, sometimes it's nice to be like wicked strong and be like, get over it. You can do it. Like, it's fine. I'm fine. But it's like, if we're not fine, then we're not fine. But we have to ask, like, why am I not fine? What did I need to learn emotionally from that last relationship? Why could I not control my anger? Why did I not express my anger? Why did I not stand up for myself? So there's questions of, like, why didn't I XYZ? Now, I suppose if it's in the other sense where it's like, why didn't they didn't, da-da-da-da. Remember when we point, we're pointing 3 fingers back at ourselves. That sounded a little intense too, sorry. The Emperor energy is really strong. Just as an archetype. It's masculine. You know, sometimes we need that to be like... Phew. Okay, this is the thing. Whoever your ex is, whoever this other person is, you have 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, you cannot pass through this. You don't need to think about it anymore. It's not going to help to keep thinking about it. Now, I know, if some of you are in that spot, it's hard to not think about things sometimes when that's the thought. But I need you to know that the more you think about it, or the more you try to go back into the past, you're just cutting yourself. You're not cutting them. It's not cutting the ties to it. It's not fixing it. It's not soothing it. It's just hurting you. If any of you do, if anyone here is the angry person, it reminds me of that old Buddhist monk where he's like, anger projected at other people. And maybe this is for some of you also, because a lot of you Pisces here are very gentle. I mean, I've met some really fucking evil Pisces in my life, personally. But professionally, fucking awesome. And I'm grateful for it, because actually the love of my life, one of the greatest loves of my life, taught me that there are 3 levels to everything, right? There's low elevation, there's mid, and then there's high elevation. And for every zodiac, people sit in these 3. You know, we can fluctuate between them, but for the most part, you know, that's where we sit. Low vibe, high vibe, and in the middle. So the point of the story is that anger, whether it's projected at you or you are still, if you're angry with yourself or you're angry with whoever you're angry with, in that sense, remember that all that does is poison the person that is angry. It doesn't actually do anything to anybody else. Again, it's just, so I guess it's time to move on if you're stuck. time to tell a different story. You know, time to write a new story. And that can be hard, you know, because love is all different kinds of ways, you know. Let's see. Pisces. Okay, so this moon's kind of hard for you. Even if you're high vibe in Pisces, I feel like this moon's going to be sensitive to you. This Valentine's Day is going to be sensitive to you. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Maybe some of you need a pet, if you don't have one. Like a gentle pet, a good pet. I guess a good pet is also like good touch. It can be platonic, right? Like an animal, a pet. That's a platonic touch, right? But let's see as we move past. Let's look a little bit past this because we're coming into your birthday season. Let's see as we move past this moon stage and past this Valentine's Day, what happens then? Oh, someone stops ramming their face into the sharp knife. Oh, good. They turn around. They stop trying to change the past and they start writing a new story. Good. Here's the King of Cups. There's you. You're going to feel a lot better once this moon passes. So remember, if you're sensitive, and again, this is going to affect all of you a little differently, but like, you probably would want to be alone on this moon. I feel like it is very wise for you to not, if you like to drink or whatever, I don't feel like that's a good idea. It's not going to make you feel better. I'll tell you that much. Any kind of like mind altering thing is not going to make you feel better, even if it's like ayahuasca ceremony, that kind of shit. No, it's not going to make you feel better. Because I guess whatever the past is, you can't go there anymore. You can't. What's he looking at? Okay, look, the King of Cups, there's you looking at the star. So what do you want for love, Pisces? What is love to you? And I need you to know that you are so loved. But we have to accept that for ourselves, right? Everybody and their mama could be like, Virgo talked about this on the Patriot that came up for Libra too. Both the Venus, that makes sense. You know, sometimes it's like everybody in the world could be like, you're amazing. You could have all the physical things, a home, a job, money, clothes, friends, all of it. Even a partner sometimes, right? And it's just like, still not be happy. Still not feel like loved, I guess. And that's why I think for some of you a pet would be good, because it's a pure kind of love. Maybe for some of you this has to do with a pet, or has to do with something that was really, doesn't even have to be romantic for all of you. It could be platonic, right? Because to me, Pisces doesn't differentiate love in it as a soul. You know, it's like, and love knows no bounds. So remember that also. And I do feel like if you're single, the universe is lining you up from now until from February until, actually it was last November till now is something big. I also see last July. Hold on. Anyway, I see the universe is lining you up. And actually, whatever we all talked about there prior, this could also be where some of you are now in a relationship. And where you're at, you didn't leave, you're still here. I love you so much. After working through all that we talked about, all of that, because that was a lot of pain there. That was a lot of pain. Now, what I see is a person in a relationship that is actually very suiting. It is emotionally mature. It is soulfully suiting. This is really strong, powerful, peaceful, masculine, feminine energy. There's something strong about Aquarius. Pisces. You know, if you're curious about about long-term relationships, you should look at your 8th house. I mean, your 7th house, first house is you. That's really important. And to me, we've never done a full reading on this yet. Maybe we will later. We don't have time right now to get into everything, but like your first house is you. So you need something that's complementary there. Right? You don't really want the opposite energy, like fire, air, water, earth. If it's opposite, it's complicated. It's like the way we perceive things is different, and that's okay, because a lot of times we have relationships with other people like that, right? God puts us in these places, Queen of Swords, to learn these lessons on this earth so we can figure out what forgiveness is, what it means to play the fool, what it means to have sorrow, and what it means to work through that karma. And the cool thing is once we learn those lessons, right? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. No more codependency, no more addiction, no more, I heard, family drama, all this stuff. Then the sorrow can't, 9 of Cups. No, there's the Hangman. There's you, Pisces, happy as a pig in shit. Right? I heard somebody who freaking gets it. Somebody who gets you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't gotta pretend to be somebody else. You don't gotta do nothing to make it happen. It's just like, it just happens. It just works. Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Yes, love, Pisces, is simple. Love is simple. Does it have its challenges? Of course it does. Squares and oppositions in our map actually create sexual energy, creates fiction. But we only want a little tiny bit of that to just create passion, to rub the 2 sticks together to make the fire, right? So if you've been working with opposing forces for some reason or another, say you're just dating or something like that, and you're like, it's not working, even if you've been together for a while. If it's not working, then it's not working. If you're, and I feel like if you're not seeing anybody, then the energy they came up would show me that you're not supposed to right now, because there's something that's still being put back together. Okay? But that I don't want you to take what has crumbled in the past, or what is no longer, or whatever. I heard, I want you to speak a different story around what was, if death, if you happen to be in that space. Because again, the relationship that you end up with, and again, this is those you hear who are actually in that good relationship. Again, you're still here. It's like the King of Cups and the star is so beautiful. That is an emotionally, again, mature, conscientious person. There's the King of Wands now and the Chariot. It's like you trust in the King of Coins. It's all kings now. It's not little knights. It's not little pages. Oh, some of you have to burn some old notebooks or like get rid of old cards or like get rid of old shit that has to do with old times. I mean, I heard you can keep a keepsake box if you want to. But it reminds me of Marie Kondo. It's like when you hold it, does it spark joy? Right? If it only brings sadness, we're meant to feel that. That's a part of this life. But like if it only brings sadness, then best to let it go. If it only brings pain, best to let it go. Some of you have to go down in the ocean and like throw... I saw someone throwing something in the ocean. Three of Swords. Maybe it's... Oh my God, you know that heart song? Give your sorrow to the sea. Right? Okay. I love you so much, Pisces. Yes, I do. Two of Cups and the Hangman. You love yourself. I heard and everything else will fall into place. Lovers. Empress. Four of Wands. What a beautiful, comfy home. What a beautiful, loving relationship. Equal partnership. Emperor. Remember we started the Emperor and now we get the Empress. Perfect. Alright, Aries and Libra. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Please take care. Happy Valentine's Day.